Malia Obama is trending because of her decision to drop her last name. Malia states that since the name drop, no one recognizes her at work, and she's able to get more advancement opportunities.
You have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
Yeah, I'll just do it. No big deal. I'll just dive into it and just start singing. Jesus, my heart is beating so fast.
Welcome back. Tonight we got a sneaky social scammer, a late night door salesman, another creepy video smile around the world. So kick back, grab the snacks, and let's go.
Yo, look at this kid, bro. The does this kid want? What kind of facial expression is that? Is he mad? Is he tired? The looking at me. Are you kid?
It's probably both. Looks like his mom woke him up and rushed him out the house before he got a chance to grab his PlayStation.
This sleek 1969 moon rover comes quick, efficient, equipped with their own lawn furniture. Duct tape, optional. And don't forget your action pack. Mickey Thompson sticks in the rear with dune buggy cups. Not to mention state-of-the-art. Second to only backwards Hibbity antennas with tennis balls. And a handy analog radar buzzer. And the always much sought after front end with an indestructible polypropagnal design fit for a king. Umbrella inverted is extra. 38 million in 1969. Today,
conspiracy theory that Prince Charles is a vampire. And yes, I know he's technically King Charles now, but he's not my king, so nah, not doing that. I will be incorrectly referring to him as Prince Charles for the remainder of this video. But how did this bizarre theory start? Well, I'm gonna tell you. It all begins with 15th century ruler Vlad the Impaler, who, by the way, was the real-life inspiration for Dracula. If you don't know who Vlad the Impaler is, you could probably find more information, but long story short, he was just known for his very brutal methods of punishment. Charles actually claims to be a direct descendant of Vlad the Impaler. Interesting. He even says Transylvania is in his blood. Charles loves Transylvania so much that he has made multiple visits to the region and even has a home there. So Vlad the Impaler actually was a vampire, which is why Dracula is based off him, and Charles says that he's a direct descendant of Vlad the Impaler, then maybe he inherited more than just his bloodline. Maybe he is also a vampire. Of course, there's no real evidence to back this up, but it's hilarious to talk about, so I don't know. That's just another celebrity conspiracy theory. What other...
Well, I'm glad you guys decided to seek help and get out the house, because whatever that was, it wanted something and was not going to stop till it got it.
P. Diddy, come on, what's your problem? Hold on, stop screaming. Come on, it's me, P. It's me.
No. Oh no! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Yes. Help!
really looks like you. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so weird.
Well, either she was stuck in the Twilight Zone or Poolside Patty has a doppelganger. You got two choices. Go over and introduce yourself or stick with the bombastic side eye.
A man on TikTok has been experiencing a strange transformation in his body, a shape-shifting transformation according to him, after having spent some time in the Navy. And this is his first video on TikTok. Check this out.
A real reptilian eye doesn't necessarily have a slit. It has a membrane that can slide back and forth, allowing people to see a little bit better in the dark. It also allows you to change the color of your eye just a little bit. If you notice the changes on my page, I've had these changes the last year and a half. Share it if you want. Say it's cap if you want. I don't give a shit, but it's real.
After having his account and his videos deleted, he opened a second account and uploaded this video. Check this out. Now,
What you're about to hear is real. My name, it's not too important. The information that I'm about to tell you is extremely important. I was an intelligence specialist with the United States Navy. Since then, if you watch my other videos, you realize that strange things have started to happen to my body. If you remember, my eye has started to get more of a slit in a reptilian, or I guess snake eye appearance. If you look at my other videos, or what I'm adding right here, you can actually see up close what my eye looks like. If you remember, my body in certain areas, like for example, you look at my elbows on both sides, I'm growing additional limbs. My hands, my thumbs, they're extending and growing too. At first, I just put out a cry for help on TikTok. I didn't know who's going to answer, who's going to respond. Other people out there that went through similar experiences. I'm one of, if you notice, the first
He was trying to make me drink Ciroc the whole time. And I have my own liquor. And I'm like, why you keep trying to make me drink fucking Ciroc? And then, like, I finally said, all right, and I switched the drink on him. So if you look at the tape, I switch it. You know, so he pours me a drink, and then I go like that. And then he drinks it, and he ends up stupid drunk, taking, you know, going crazy. So I'm like, yo, this nigga might have been trying to drug me. But I do want to know, like, yo, why did you want me to drink so much that day? And now you over there. And, you know, it's like, now all of a sudden I'm the villain. You was my man. I don't know what happened. It's like when you go over there, you got to make a choice.
That's quite a fashion statement you got there. I give you 1 point for creativity, and I give you 2 more since it's fourth down.
Let's go, buddy. Let's go, Wade. Come on, Wade.
На расслабоне прям. Вообще изи катка. Просто изи. Давай.
So it'd be stuff like this that really make me believe that the devil can make, because my Lord and Savior wouldn't make nothing like that. Look at that mother. Got pincers, wings. Oh, hell.
This is the reason why you should never travel late night in the southern part of the United States. A group of bikers were going through these mountains when they were able to spot this creature. The creature was going side by side, alerting the bikers not to get any closer. Many people have claimed seeing skinwalkers through this little trail before, but the bikers decided to take this path anyways. Skinwalkers are extremely popular in the Navajo culture, and they can transform into different things like owls, wolves, and different creatures to travel late night. What a terrifying situation for these bikers.
A 48-year-old dad who has lost his hands and legs after doing something so many of us do every day.
I got licked by a dog.
That's right. All this from being licked by a dog. Greg Manafel is also braced for more. He's about to lose his nose.
And they told me my nose is mummified too, and it's almost like a frostbite.
Greg's life changed forever when he went to a neighborhood party at a park near his home in Wisconsin.
There was like 5 dogs at the party. They were all swimming in the pond. And I was touching all of them because I love dogs.
Greg's doctors believe he contracted a bacteria from one of the dogs that licked him.
I ended up not washing my hands and rubbing my eye or my face, my mouth somehow.
His own pit bull, Ellie, has been ruled out as the source of the infection because she wasn't at the party, and according to Greg's family, she doesn't lick. Beverly Hills veterinarian Jeffrey Werber says the bacteria that infected Greg is called Capnocytophaga canamorsis. It's found in 75% of dogs, but it's extremely rare for it to infect.
It sounds like you should have told him you were sick and stay home with your own pooch. You were definitely barked up the wrong tree.
Yo, check out my Maxim posters. Hot, right? No, no, yes, yes, no, yes, no. Why would you put up the nose? So you know when it's a yes?
Sorry, y'all don't think I'm tripping. That plane been sitting like this for a minute, but when I go zoom in, my phone does this. But when I zoom out, it does this. We're living in some weird times, and that plane or whatever it is been sitting like that for a minute, bro. And I've been over here for at least 15, 20 minutes.
So you probably have questions. I may have answers. Anyway, this is the Bodo, aka the Amazon River Dolphin, aka a sentient hot dog that got left in a microwave of life too long. A flipper paralysis demon if I've ever seen one. See, now what had happened was, scientists studied these river pigs for over 200 hours, and there were 36 separate times where one decided to become a sentient sprinkler for apparently no reason. Questionable use of free will, and scientists hit a mental roadblock trying to figure out the why. Here's my guess. Fun fact, dolphins can recognize each other by using their version of names. It's pretty cool. They can also recognize each other by tasting urine, so they got that two-factor authentication going. That's not a joke. Scientists watch dolphins carefully listen to the sounds of whistles and consolidate that by sampling their south shower before giving them the how the heck are ya. Another thing is that nature's forgotten bubblegum isn't blind, but with the murky river water they live in, they might as well be. So senses like smell and taste carry the team. And the last thing is that male dolphins form lifelong alliances where they help each other get laid, and being on our smelly timing is how they prove their identity. It's not really that crazy. Animals like lions spray to mark their territory. Giraffes will taste bladder product to see if a female's ready, and porcupines will really gift a golden shower to let the lady know he's on timing. So that's my guess. Or they could just be playing, cause the way those males and alliances bond is something I can't talk about on here. Not so shameless plug, but nah, for real, Godless is probably already gonna spank me for showing that video, so if you're curious and you wanna know what I'm talking about, there you go. The more you know.
Well, that's a great way to save time and very clever. But now we see why the chicken crossed the road, because Jose was barbecuing his friends in the middle of it.
Muriel? Yes, Mavis? Do you know that you've just gone through a red light? Am I driving? Muriel, you are driving.
following orders. You're not thinking for yourself. You're not in touch with your soul. Because if you were, you would take that off and you would breathe freely, which is the #1 form of nutrition. And if you don't have proper oxygen, you can't have cognitive function. And if you can't think right, you're easily pushed around and controlled and manipulated.
Seemingly normal photos with disturbing backstories, part 1. This photo shows Apollo 1 astronauts praying as a joke, and not a single one of them returned back to Earth. This is a photo of a man smiling in the trenches during the war, but he wasn't smiling because he was happy. He was smiling due to shell shock and borderline insanity. This just looks like 3 girls taking a selfie, but the light in the background is actually a train which hits and ends all their lives just seconds later.
Always remember, if you're running late for a field trip and you don't have time to remove the snow, there's always some nice ladies at each intersection that'll do it for a couple dollars.
"23, right? Well, actually, how old are you?"
I've always been raised as being currently a 26-year-old.
How old are you?
Well, I live knowing, as I've always known, that I would be 26.
Okay, Bill.
This
This is a really, really simple question. How old are you?
I believe that I'm 26.
And?
I have two birth certificates, and I've had my name changed 4 times. The identity crisis there is big, but that was my normal when I was growing up, Tara. That
What do you know the truth to be now?
That's probably a question that we'll have to keep digging for, because it's not something I've ever understood or had answers around.
So when you needed to file some financial documents, how did you choose the birth date you gave, if you don't know?
With my most recent deed poll paper, which has the younger of the age and the most recent of the name.
Right, so currently, then, according to those documents, you're 23.
Correct.
I decided to have a bolt put on the door, and I'm having my son sleep in here with me.
Creepy only begins to describe it.
It's like an alternate reality, really.
When she'd get home from work, Fasika Tafara started noticing things out of place in her home.
They were just all open, but what was weird is, so for example, they were open like this, but they were all at the same level.
First, the windows, then lights turned on. Her cabinets pulled out.
It's intended to let me know that somebody has been here, essentially, right? So all of the drawers have been pulled out. And
something strange every single day for almost the past month. She finally realized someone has been coming inside.
Are people following me? And then I started to wonder also, well, how do they know when I'm here and when I'm not here?
Then Tafara found this small camera in her 11-year-old son's bedroom. So she took to the internet and started digging. What she found? Something called community or gang stalking. It's an eerie practice aimed at your psyche to make you almost feel like you're going crazy.
It's spooky, and my understanding is that if this is in fact what it is, it can go on for years, you know?
Only you're not. Tafara left her phone recording audio at her house. Listen, you can hear what sounds like people rummaging around. On one, you can hear what sounds like drilling.
So this hole here has been cut into the attic space.
Tafara says detectives have been to the house.
It's kind of like, you know, if it happens again, call us, but there's not much we can do.
Something that makes this even more terrifying.
I would not recommend that you guys try this at home, but make sure if you do, you always have some friends around to laugh at you.
Look at this, guys.
this, guys. Look at this. The sun is out. It's midnight out, and the sun is out. Look at this. This is what we were trying to show you. This was in the middle of the sky. Look at this. The freaking sun is out, man. Amazing.
So I want you to take a look at this, okay? See this? That might look like a plastic bag. That is not. That is a Portuguese man of war. And that is similar to a jellyfish. It's actually not classified as a jellyfish, but that is a highly, highly venomous creature. And the problem with these guys is that they look like they're just these cute little balloons. But what you don't realize is underneath there's anywhere between could be 10, but sometimes 100-foot long tentacles, which basically means that those tentacles could stretch from down there all the way to over there, and you'd have no idea. And then you get stung, and it's one of the most painful things you'll ever experience in your life, while also probably sending you to the hospital as well. So stay away.
Okay, so here's scene 7.
Okay.
It looks okay, but I am thinking we're gonna have to redo scene 7. It might be okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think we planned on redoing scene 7, did we?
No, I think it's fine. I think it's that was the last one, right?
Yeah, it's getting a little cold. Maybe should.
Okay, let's back up. I'm gonna keep recording with this just for some extra behind the scenes, if that's cool.
Yeah. We're just gonna.
I'll try and get this into the fastest that I can.
Yeah, it's really chilly. I think we should.
Try and hurry,
I think we should.
Will that get in there? Okay, watch your legs. Watch your arms in. Okay.
Ready to go?
Yep.
Well, whoever that was, they can keep all that equipment. I'm gone. This is not the time for mind-fire bonding.
What do you actually do?
Oh, I can tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
This here, people, North Miami water. See all that rust coming out? That's what you're drinking if you're in North Miami. Disgusting. Just look at the color go down. Looks like somebody's bleeding.
Hurting my elbow! It's hurting my wrist! You're hurting me, Sheriff! You're hurting me, Sheriff! Why are you choking? I can't breathe! Why are you touching my leg? Why are you touching my leg? I can't breathe! This is torture!
Am I being watched? I am, because I was told that by FBI agents who are supporters of mine. They pulled me to the side and say, they're watching you. Don't get paranoid, because if they don't find nothing on you, they will make it up anyway. I had an old lady, a senior, an elder. She came up to me. I spoke at a graduation in Philly, right? She like a sweet grandmother, right? Guess what she told me? She said, Dr. Umar, I'm an FBI agent. She said, you would never know, would you? Look like the sweetest old grandma, like she just made some sweet potato pie. And she said, you need to be careful because they will send the type of people they know you will trust. And I trust elders. So I got to be careful with the elders.
Have they ever tried to send a white woman?
Nah. But they will use the white woman on everybody else, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Not me. They ain't gonna send a white woman on me. But see, here's the thing that I wanted to say to that. They watch, right? But they don't really mobilize against you until you start moving the people.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Now I'm educating the people. I'm motivating the people. I ain't moved them yet. Once the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy is up and running, now I'm going to start moving them. You feel me? Yeah. That's when I got to be extra careful. That's when they want to send. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe right now that there are 4 women and 1 man that is around me who I think are agents. Yes, I will bet my life that at least 4 of them are without question agents. The behavior, things they've done, they already got people on me. They already got people on me, and I know who they are. It's easy. You can tell an agent. It's hard for them to hide. I just got to be careful, but you can't worry about it. Because the Honorable Marcus Garvey said what? Leaders will come, leaders will die. The tragedy isn't that we die. The tragedy isn't the fact that Malcolm or King or Mega was murdered. The tragedy is it's been 50 years and you still ain't found a replacement.
That poor child is going to have trust issues for the rest of his life. Next time you may want to attach a grappling hook to his back.
Dude, what the f is going? Why is there so much? Why is there so much in my pizza? There's more. There's more garlic. Why is there so much? It won't stop. It's everywhere.
Why did the Vatican wait to announce Pope Francis's death? Officially, he died on the 21st of April, 2025, but rumors say it happened weeks earlier. His last public appearance was strange, weak, distant, almost ghostly. And then, silence. No clear updates, no live masses, just filtered statements from behind closed doors. Some believe he died in early March, and the Vatican hid it to avoid panic or to buy time. Others say they waited to announce it after Easter.
Hello. How's it going? Do you mind if I leave my stuff here? Is that alright? Yeah. Are you going on a trip after this? No, no trip. Do you usually bring this much stuff on a date? No, I just live in the city, that's all. What does that mean? Well, I told you, in the city. I get that you live in the city, but what does that mean? I'll just take my stuff. No. You look like you're living life all fine. No, I'm just confused. I don't like you leave your stuff here. It's fine. Why do you keep saying you live in the city? Because I live in the city. That's all that there is. So what, are you homeless or something? Yeah, kind of. But I told you. You didn't tell me. You told me you lived in the city. That's in the city. That's completely different than I'm homeless. Well, that's just how I say it. Doesn't really matter if you want to get to know me as a person, right? You don't look homeless. Well, yeah, I shower and stuff. How do you smell so good? Look so good. Truck stop, gas station. Truck stop, gas station? Yeah, so they have showers there. Really? Mm-hmm. In the city. I'm upset that you didn't tell me. You know why? Because I'm homeless too. What? You're homeless? Yeah. Well, you have a house, so you're not really homeless. No, this is my friend's house. I'm just staying here. Oh, wow. Alright, so we'll leave your whole life in the house. Okay. And then we can go on the date. Sounds good. Alright, what do you even got in here? There's a lot of shit. Some blankets, pillows, other clothes. Some pillows. Hey, let's go get some food. Let's go get some food. Yeah. Hey. Alright. You can probably shower here too if you want. Oh, thank you.
Well, that sounds like a good match. At least now you got somebody to go on heist with.
We sound so funny. I know. That's what I was thinking. Oh my god. Just start normal and then start looking like satanic. And that's when I was really like, this is tripping me out.
Right.
Pop people. Doja Cat. She's a nice girl from the valley. Sam Smith. Justin Timberlake's last video. And I talked to a lot of people in the music business, and they talk about how the frequency of music changed in the early 40s to different megahertz and how it can be hypnotic.
Our banks were given to us by the Knights Templars the Masonic Lodge of Knights Templars in Europe, our educational institutions, universities and colleges were given to us by the Masonic Order coming out of Rome. This is why the square martyr board is a Catholic symbol. And Jews, how many Jews know that when you wear a yarmulke, that's not Jewish, it's Roman? That's why the Pope wears a yarmulke. That's why the cardinals wear the yarmulke. It's a Roman symbol, it's not Jewish. The Jews were told to wear the yarmulke to show subjection to Rome. And they got so used to using it, they think it's a Jewish symbol. It's not Jewish, it's Roman. So many people willingly bend themselves to what their masters want from them. What your masters want is for you to be in compliance, for you to think what they have told you to think.
There it is clearly. Let's get close all the way up on that. And there's not no camera glitch, I keep going with it. Let's get close. That's Tupac. Let's keep going. Reptilian hybrid, man.
On the National News Network, where police encounter an individual acting strange. They believed at first this was a simple case of someone under the influence, but they swear that as they got closer to her, she shapeshifted numerous times, which causes them to turn and run, something they've never had to do in their entire careers. Watch this.
He may be paying more for surge pricing, but at least he got there on time. I'm sure once he gets the next vehicle, he's going to avoid that problem altogether.
Hey, now let me see your shake. I wanna see you shake.
So I'm in this gas station, and I go to use the bathroom. I notice there's a lock on the outside, right? So when you close the door, it locks you in from the outside. You have no way of getting out, and it's not on the men's. Tell me that's not fucking weird. That's weird. That's weird. On the men's. Only on the women's. Not on the men. Only on the women. They're trying to steal women. Trying to get them.
There will be a movement driven by big corporations to take the soul away from people, to disconnect people from the higher world. And in order to do that, we have to destroy the pineal gland in people. And I followed the research on that, and amazingly what we found, the pineal gland is the most sensitive part of our central nervous system, and is highly, highly, highly sensitive to four things: aluminum, glyphosate, fluoride, and Wi-Fi. And we are the only country in the world that has pushed these four things in the last 60 years or so on everybody growing up here. There must have been an ultra-intelligence group of scientists who have designed this protocol to fluoridate the drinking water, to put nanonized aluminum in the air, to put glyphosate in the food, and then activate it, spark it with the right frequency.
They create chaos, and they create control.
Over the world headquarters in Switzerland, of the world Masonic headquarters for World Freemasonry, over the door is Ordo ab Chaos, which is Latin for order out of chaos. And all Freemasons know that term, Ordo ab Chaos. Order out of chaos. The concept is to create chaos, to create the problems. Then while the people are frightened to death of all the crime and everything that seems to be out of control, a riotous situation, the government then moves in with justification. In order to put down this terrible chaos, they must have full power of the military, full obedience of the people to give the government full power to do whatever they want. That's why we're having all over the world wars, riots, bloodshed, famines, all kinds of things happening around the world. It's being manipulated. It's being orchestrated, not just for Los Angeles.
Conflict control.
Conflict control.
There's been more wars since the creation of the United Nations.
طلع شايف؟ يا الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم حسنا كعيان شوفوا يا اخوان.
Yeah, go ahead and stick your head down there so that thing from the Wishmaster can get you. If there's any American soldiers nearby, this is nothing the M203 grenade launcher can't handle.
Outdoor solarium on the 41st floor of an apartment on Billionaires Row. For 90 days, like Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, I haven't even finished it. Let's get going. Come on, give 4 more sentences to go.
This is officially the smallest apartment in all of New York City.
$218 million buys you in Palm Beach, Florida.
Entering through its own private, double-gated street. This architectural achievement of design and sophistication is a 4-story mega mansion.
A few moments later.
If anyone dares try to test my mental competence, I will eviscerate every single person with my intelligence right now. And that's not being egotistical. Oh, thank God, look at me!
Popular YouTuber Eric Conover is facing attempted murder charges in New Hampshire after allegedly trying to run over a police officer with his Jeep. The case has raised serious concerns about mental health, criminal responsibility, and legal consequences. According to the police, Conover was pulled over for speeding 55 in a 35. As the officer approached on foot, Conover allegedly hit the gas, striking the officer and sending him flying 40 feet, resulting in leg injuries and much more. He then led police on a 28-mile chase before finally being stopped. He's now facing multiple felony charges, including attempted murder, first-degree assault on a law enforcement officer, second-degree assault, reckless conduct with a deadly weapon, conduct after an accident, and disobeying a police officer. Conover could face 20 years to life in prison. If the charge is reduced to a first-degree assault with a deadly weapon, sentencing could range from 7.5 years to 15 years per charge, possibly served consecutively. Conover claimed he's the victim of a sting operation. He called himself a public figure and even tried to represent himself legally. He appears to believe that he's a lawyer, possibly due to attending law school at some point in time. This aligns with language often used by sovereign citizens, a fringe group known for rejecting the legitimacy of government authority and courts. With this many charges, a plea deal is possible, especially if his mental state plays a role in the case. A common plea would reduce attempted murder to aggravated assault, cutting potential time in prison, but still carrying serious consequences.
It's crazy how the cat knew what a Ring doorbell was and was like, y'all, you see this? Y'all gotta be careful with those delivery people out there. Some of them got some ferocious feline fetishes.
Y'all check this out. These boys are out fishing. They
come across a carcass in the ocean. Now, initially in the video, they say it's a great white shark. Maybe it is. It could be a bloated great white shark. A lot of people in the comments were saying basking shark. It's hard to tell. But what you can tell is the massive bite taken out of that thing's head. It pretty much bit off the shark's entire head. Now, a lot of people are going to say, oh, it was killer whales, it was orcas eating the liver. It wouldn't be bloated if orcas ate the liver.
WikiLeaks, when they leaked all of the Hillary Clinton emails and different stuff, there was an email from Hillary that says requesting documents pertaining to the resurrection chamber of Gilgamesh, the location of his body and the location of the buried Nephilim.
And in 2003, April 2003, coincidentally 1 month before we set up the military occupation phase in Iraq, and the first thing our troops did was raid the Museum of Iraq, and 170,000 items were reported stolen. Of those, most of them were returned. The ones that were not returned were about 3,000 items that all dealt with resurrection and the afterlife. Probably just a coincidence. That's right after they found the tomb of Gilgamesh. And if the stories are to be believed, the body was found, believed to be Gilgamesh, and incredibly well preserved, and the primary objective was to extract DNA.
The idea of the resurrection or resuscitation, the Egyptians held this. This is one of the basic concepts behind mummification, that they believed that these could be brought back to life at some point in time. And the ancient beliefs are being pursued through science. And the whole concept of transhumanism and uploading consciousness into machines, I mean, this is still, it's an ancient belief, but this is still something that is being hotly pursued.
Yup, this is it for us, as the rich are now eating biblical mermaids, and they are starting a war we cannot finish. People were terrified after a fisherman, Landon, went viral for exposing that he reeled in something that turned his face pale white, describing the creature as biblical, as it was not only 5 feet tall, gray, had gills all over its face, but half human looking, and it's exactly as the biblical verses describe. And it's happening all over Hollywood right now, hiding in plain sight, and their bodies are being stored inside the celebrity mansions. But it gets worse, as Landon describes huge fishing companies that are marketed as finding exotic fish are actually dedicated to hunting this, using sonar equipment to find mermaids, and their human-shaped bodies are being used for dinner. With the Book of Enoch at 19:2 calling mermaids our fallen angels, and modern Hollywood often being referred to as demonic, many have referred to when demons start eating angels, it will be over for all of us very soon. And if we never hear from Landon again, we will all know he was telling the truth.
I never see this for my life. What? Hey! Hey! Hey!
This guy certainly unlocked a new superpower. What you guys didn't get to see since my camera died was him drinking it all in under 10 seconds with no hands.
Pero hoy voy a comer salam aleikum, aleikum sala. Y tiene salsa y picante. Y nos fuimos.
Jesus. This, I never seen this in my life, Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We worden gered. Eerst zat ik op dat ding. He is here. He is here. Your husband is here. Your husband is here.
Then we get up and we all go into another room and watch the time travel machine disappear. My father said the Air Force did this with revolving fields, the same as the Aldrich had during the Philadelphia experiment. And 2 of the airplanes winked out of existence, so they quit doing it. We have had time travel for a long, long time. Our submarines and such. I don't want to get into too many things, though, that are hard to believe. But the Earth and our society is not what most people think it is.
Over
obviously, you know, there'll be people watching this that will be like, well, that's unprovable. What he's saying there, there's no proof.
I understand.
And how do you prove that he says he saw it? He seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
But like, as some of these researchers, like Richard Dolan would say, without the proof, we can't. You know, there's nothing to move. There's nothing to grab at.
Well, there's no proof to God.
No, and most people in this world believe in a form of it.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, I can't answer that.
No. I'm just
the smoking gun.
This is what
everyone is looking for.
This is what people are thinking that are watching this right now. So, if you can change the future or past, you could do a lot of damage with that.
If you only knew when you were going to die, you would do a lot of damage with that, with your own self. Because you would be doing things, you would be risking your life, doing things that are changing your life.
Where did Mr. Beck, whoever this person is, get the technology for time travel from?
He developed it with the military during the war. And during the war, you know, the Battle of the Atlantic, the war was being lost from the U-boats, the packs. So the Germans had a mine that was magnetic, and it would have ships pass over, come up in the middle, and blow several ships up. My dad and others, Einstein, my dad went to Einstein during this time of Eisenhower, when he was with Eisenhower, and said, can we do anything about this? Eisenhower says, Einstein says we can move it through time and space 500 yards or whatever it was. I'm just using that 500 yards. I don't know how far it is.
These bystanders are saying they're way too close. They got a lot of trust in this lady's grip strength. I guess the next step is for her to apply for the Avengers.
Many of them say they have spiritual gifts, which I think we can pretty much validate at this point.
When you say spiritual gifts, what do you mean by that?
Whether or not it's ability to see disease or illness in someone and be able to diagnose it before this person knows that there's something wrong. Reading an aura and, saying that they can see a color around not just animals and humans, but plants. Being able to speak multiple languages, even though you haven't been taught them, or playing instruments and knowing music, or being able to access almost any song and having perfect pitch. Being able to visit people in dreams. And then, I think some of the more just like mind-altering, shocking things for me was how many non-speaking individuals have said that they are able to speak with people from the other side. And so it didn't just start with telepathy or end with telepathy. It's a plethora of things.
So do you think that this is an emerging aspect of human consciousness, or do you think perhaps this is something maybe we had before we were verbal, that we've lost, but that lays dormant, like that we don't need it, so like a muscle, it atrophies?
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. I think we all have these abilities.
I just did some research. They still allow in the U.S. a fiber additive of human hair and duck feathers.
Wow.
In commercial bred in the U.S. And they buy the human hair primarily coming from places like Asia by the container loads, and then it's ground, refined, purified, bleached, and then the FDA allows it as a fiber additive. And the same with duck feathers, they grind it. And so if you have a high fiber bread, chances are it could be an FDA approved kind of fiber that you.
Oh my word! You said duck feathers?
The government says, hey, as long as you process it, wash it, grind it fine, bleach it out, make sure. Holy shit! No, this is literally you're driving.
He's freaking out right now.
He has to be there.
Yeah.
Should I move my car?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Take it down, man.
Well, I guess you got to give her credit for the initiative. But next time your mom goes in Target and says she'll be right back, you might want to wait a little longer.
If you listening, help!
People like me have been called crazy, tinfoil hat, delusional, paranoid. But let me ask you this. How many conspiracies have already been proven true? They said MK Ultra was a myth, until the government admitted they experimented with mind control. They said mass surveillance wasn't real, until whistleblowers exposed the truth. They said secret societies didn't influence the world, but their symbols are everywhere. And yet, when we talk about the moon landing hoax, Project Bluebeam, the true nature of our reality, people laugh. Why? Because they've been programmed to. Think about it. Who benefits from you dismissing the truth? Who profits off your ignorance? Who holds the power when you refuse to question? If these topics were nonsense, they wouldn't censor them. They wouldn't label them as dangerous misinformation or ban people for exposing them. The fact that they try so hard to shut this down should tell you everything you need to know. So to the non-believers, I say this: keep watching, because piece by piece the illusion is falling apart. When it does, you're going to remember this moment. Follow now.
Stay focused, class. The spirit is energy. Okay? So with the spirit being energy, the energy is what you feel when you get around people. Alright? The energy is what you recognize on somebody. It's certain individuals, you could look at them and be like, damn, this individual remind me of this individual. That's because it's the same spirit. Be it good or bad. You got people that you know did some shit in your life, so you know their energy. And then you get around somebody else that's not that person, but it's that same energy. It's the same spirit. That's why they came back to you in a different avatar. See, you think you fighting your demons, or we want to call them demons. You a negative entity gets sent to you, right? As your boyfriend, or girlfriend, or a parent, or a boss, or just a situation in itself. And you will defeat that situation, so you be like, I got through that. And then you'll meet somebody new. Whole time, that's the same spirit that's coming to attack you again through a new avatar. So that's why you got to recognize the spirit in the energy.
Sneaking one. You must be a Scorpio. It might be your time of the month, but saying something is always better than saying nothing at all.
I'm afraid! Alright? You want to hear me say it? You want to break me down? Alright, I'm afraid!
Right now, Jaguar Wright just won a Freedom Fighter Award from the government. You can't tell me something's not getting ready to come down pipelines. Like, this is actually pretty big. Hollywood, I would be scared. One of Diddy's attorneys quit this morning. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think Diddy's cooked. I thought he was cooked before, but the fact that Jaguar Wright won a Freedom Fighter Award.
Y'all, I thought it couldn't get no worse for Ariana Grande. But look at this, y'all. Oh my goodness. Do y'all see this? What is stressing her out this much to where she getting this small, y'all? Like, do she got an underlying sickness or something? Cause she's even smaller than when I seen her on the red carpets for the premiere of Wicked. She's like 60 pounds. Like, something is extremely wrong here. This don't even look like her anymore. I don't even know who this is. Y'all, who is this? It's sad to see, bruh. At the end of the day, I don't know what's really going on behind the scenes, but something got her stressed out. If it ain't sickness, it gotta be stress. And it's probably something she know in the entertainment business that we don't. To me, it's giving MK Ultra. Because at the end of the day, it wasn't just her appearance. It's the way she act now, too. She don't even act the same. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments.
Okay, so I'm coming up out of this, and if I get stuck, I have this rock with me, such that I can pop off some of these knuckles, which made it very hard to get into. Now I have to go slow. That's that knuckle. I'm gonna be shirtless shortly here.
Warning, the actions and stunts performed in this video were done so by professionals. Do not enter a cave without a cave tour guide.
Yeah, but it's okay. I can get through it. A lot of people ask why we do this. And you're just never going to get a sufficient answer. Why do you wake up in the morning? You know, what drives you? What makes you want to get up and go study a subject or go to work or go out, hang out with your friends? This is life. And that's all. This is our way of living. It is not.
This does not look like the face of a man who's living life. If he is, it must be on the edge of glory.
Terrible! Let me go and see if there's some help out there. Some professional help. You need professional help. Hang on. Dr. Phil! Oprah, somebody help me!
Approved the poke for bird flu for chickens. And we're not talking about traditional juice. We're talking about the stuff that rewrites who you are. They've approved that for chickens. Now, if you go to the store and you just buy chicken, if you go to the store and you just buy eggs, which I know for this audience is most of you. Some of you raise your own chickens. Some of you guys raise your own eggs. More of you raise your own eggs than raise your own chickens because that's more work and it's more involved. Raising eggs is not so bad. I mean, it's been there, done that, right? So with that in mind, the issue is that they're getting these positive tests for bird flu in these massive warehouses filled and stuffed full of chickens, or Franken chickens. Chickens that have been so genetically modified that, you know, are they really chickens anymore? That's a whole nother conversation right there. But they have approved the Zoetis poke for chickens. It's a conditional approval to use by the FDA. I'm sorry, by the USDA. And it does work like the poke for humans for the cough. It's that new variation where it goes in and rewrites who you are at the fundamental level. It is a virus. It goes in and edits things. Now, like I said, some of you are going to hear that and you're going to go, it's my chicken, it's my eggs. If it's not fully a chicken anymore, as long as it's still made up of protein and fats and made up of all the good stuff, it's dead anyway. Because all the DNA truly does die, right?
Putain, il est mort. Oh là 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 là. Ça, Collerette, c'est pas tout compliqué. Voilà. Non, en fait, faut juste qu'il vous monte dessus.
Salut. Vive l'Australie.
Quand on me dit oui, les ans à Collerette, c'est compliqué à attraper, vous les embêtez. Non, non.
Hop là.
Tu vas perdre un œil.
Je me fais dominer là, laisse tomber.
Bonjour. Petit coup de queue. Bonjour. Oh, belle collerette, belle lumière. Alors, il est quelle heure, hein 7h30 du matin. Et déjà, on se fait violenter par l'Australie. Allez, bye. Ciao. Passe une bonne journée.
It's gotta be cool having a velociraptor as a pet. At least you got somebody to party with after all your homeboys get married and have kids.
you mannequins in luxury stores might not be mannequins at all. Their hands, too detailed, too lifelike. The hair, perfectly preserved, not synthetic, but something else, something real. There are certain high-end stores where particular mannequins stand out. People walk past them every day, admiring the fit, the design, the aura of exclusivity, but they don't realize what they're really looking at. A victim. Because this mannequin, it wasn't always a mannequin. See, the fashion world doesn't retire certain models. It preserves them. These were well-known models. They had it all. Runway shows, campaigns, front row access to the industry's most powerful circles. But then they did something you're not supposed to do. They went against the machine. Maybe they saw something they weren't supposed to see, something they didn't like. Maybe they spoke up. Maybe they were about to expose something. And then they disappeared. Social media, frozen in time, no updates, no sightings, nothing. Then, out of nowhere, a strange proof of life, a live video, a post, something to convince the world they were still out there. But if you saw it, you'd know something was off. The energy, the movement, like it wasn't really them, like someone or something was trying to convince us they were still around. Watch his eyes.
I'm surprised nobody has graffitied it yet. It may be scary now, but after about 10 years of sun, rain, and bird poop, it's gonna look like Nosferatu.
I will leave you 3 nights. Tonight was the first.
Are blue lit. The reason none of them are red lit, the reason none of them pay attention to circadian biology is because that original technology was developed in a government program that Bobby Kennedy knows about, and I happen to know about because I went to medical school at LSU. For those of you who've never heard about Operation Paperclip, you think it's all conspiracy theory. So at Tulane Neurology and Tulane Neurosurgery in the 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s, the CIA started a program there where they would do all these crazy things to monkeys. CIA wanted to see how they could control things utilizing different things like drugs and things like that. But the neurosurgeons got involved, which is my clade. We would drill tops of the heads off, put wires into the thalamus, put electricity in there, and kind of see what kind of behavioral changes we could have. One of the guys that was in that program was a guy named Professor Delgado. When he saw that we could control the behavior with the wired device, he said, what if we do it wirelessly? So he checked it in monkeys and checked it in bulls, and it turned out you can do it wirelessly with RFID chips and semiconductors. Then the CIA took it to the next level. They said, well, since this is electromagnetic radiation, what if we did it through light through screens? And it turns out you can.
My baby is freaking out because of the stream. I don't even know how he even seen this. But
well, it looks like the loss prevention team at Home Depot has finally stepped up their game, only to get outed by an 8-year-old.
I hope don't nothing happen all day. We can just sit here and watch these females shop till they drop. Bingo! I got action.
25,000 acres of nothing. Because the noise they were planning on making would wake the dead.
It's like a horror movie.
And as it turns out, the cleanest. That cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet. It's raining! NASA's playing God. It's making its own weather.
I keep telling you time and time again, people, cloud seeding and geoengineering is real. And they said this clip comes from 1999 or something like that. Imagine with technology what it would look like today.
The weather that we get can be manipulated by...
Yeah, it's an American technology, cloud.
This is a good demonstration on what it looks like when you surround yourself with the wrong people. But this is also a good demonstration on what it's like to lack boundaries. Just because your friends have bad habits don't mean you have to have bad habits. They say if you hang around 4 stoners, you're going to become the 5th. That's only if you're easily influenced. Now, if we reverse the video, we get a better side of this. Imagine you're that friend with the good habits and you just inspire everybody around you to adopt good habits. Your life will look like this. You can't just be the person telling them to do better. You got to lead by example. Imagine if you understood the potential in each and every person you're around and you start inspiring them to reach it and do better and set better boundaries and adopt better habits. Nigga, y'all all winning. You could be trauma bonded with your people. Heal together. Y'all all could be addicted to something. Heal together. Y'all all could be out of shape. Heal together. Just because your environment is toxic don't mean your life has to be. You got all the power in the world to control and change your environment. Be the change.
I could really tell, okay, you are all super young, you're all wearing fetish wear and harnesses and black and the glasses and this is kind of crazy. It looks like you have this uniform. But at the same time, I have to say, they had a great time. They all danced. They had fun. And why not? I don't know. I'm not a fan of this generational thing of, oh, you don't understand where this is coming from. Let the people enjoy it and have fun. And at least they're going out there, not just on their phone, having a good time, as long as they're being respectful. And yeah, they create maybe silly little dances and do this funny thing that looks like riding a horse, so maybe I like it. But I think that's gonna be a phase, and at least at my shows, I feel like people dress up all sorts of ways. They come in farm dressing with hats, and others come in normal clothing, they just got out of the office. There's really no...
This may be cool for 8-year-old's princess party, but I'm sure you're going to traumatize the kids in suburbia when you walk into Whole Foods.
I'm so hungry. I could eat a horse.
Should we get in the water now? Yeah. All right, let's do it, Amber. Did you want to do it? Amber, you just took away my job. Here, sit down. Amber, if you do that, I don't have a job anymore, and it's the only thing keeping me here is this, so... Can I baptize you this time? Yeah. I baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Everything's hidden in pictures.
Give me your Give me your answer, do. I'm half crazy. All for the love of you. Hazy. Give me your answer, do. I'm half crazy. All for the love of you. Hazy. Give me your answer, do. I'm half crazy. All for the love of you.
Ergo, se va a sacudir algo bonito, viejo. Ay, Dios santo. A la verga, compa. No more.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Well, I must say, you really put the 2 F's in effort. I guess you got to do something with that lumberjack certificate you got from Udemy.
Oh, we're just lifting your knees. I can't lift my knees up any further.
I saw this TikTok recently, and they found out where the quote-unquote devil lives in the world. So there's a specific place of where hell is on earth.
Oh, word?
So in the Bible, Jesus said, I think he said, one of my disciples, or not disciple, but teachers named Antipas would die and be martyred, right? Now, Saint Antipas was martyred and he was killed in, you know, that torture bowl? So they put somebody in like a metal bowl and like boil him alive.
Boil it, okay.
Yeah. So that happened in Geneva, Switzerland.
Okay.
So people are saying Geneva, Switzerland
It's like
is the literal place of hell. It's literally the portal to hell, or that's at least where the devil resides, because that's what it says in the Bible. Now check this out.
Okay.
Do you know what else is in Geneva, Switzerland?
What?
CERN.
Oh.
CERN headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland.
I'm going to have this conversation in a psychologically and scientifically intelligent way, because I see a lot of men out there who just have the hubris of, and it's weird. There's a lot of men out there that think that really they can take on a silverback gorilla. What you saw there is a silverback. A normal male Western lowland gorilla weighs about 3 to 350 pounds. That one is like a silverback. And you can see the smaller one. That smaller one is like 350, 400. It took out the bigger one. That bigger one is like 450, 500. Their skin density is tighter and thicker than us. Their muscles are like real lean, much stronger than us. They can lift 10 times their body weight. And their bones are double the mass and the density of a human bone. And you saw the smaller one tackle the big one. But you know the difference? The big one got up. That's the crazy part that people don't realize, because gorillas are strong. They can withhold that type of shock and impact. If that gorilla took a human being out like that, you are not going to get up from the floor. I promise you, your head is probably going to be broken. You're probably going to be concussed. It doesn't matter if it's 100 men with one gorilla, because there's something called flight or flight. And what's going to happen is the first 4 or 5 of them are going to pile up on the gorilla, and the gorilla is going to break one of the arms of one of these humans. The other one is going to get probably bit. You're going to see flesh and blood running around. And all the other people looking at this shit while it happens, while these humans are screaming on the floor, are going to be like, this is a very bad idea. Why don't we take on this bet? And there's no backing out from that. That's how human beings operate. It's like when there's a shootout and you see all humans just run. When you see danger, imminent death, it is not usual for you to charge at it. Usually you run or you freeze. And I said,
well, I definitely hit my parlay on the gorilla for sure. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't stepping in the ring with a silverback, a diamondback, or a lineback.
So we damn near brothers. Hold on.
Run.
Bottled water contains 100 times more plastic particles than previously thought. Look, just restart the whole country. Just start from the beginning. A new study found a liter of bottled water contains hundreds of thousands of nanoplastics, which also could cause health risks like gastrointestinal disorders, birth defects, and increased mortality. Mortality, the state of being subject to death, or death especially on a large scale. Research stated a liter bottle of water has an average of 240,000 detectable nanoplastic fragments. Nanoplastics are tiny, undetectable particles from the disposal of plastic waste. 3 popular U.S. bottled water brands was tested and found anywhere from 110 to 3,700, with 7 different plastics being used. The International Bottled Water Association, I did not know that was a group, says there's no evidence of microplastics and the FDA is strict on regulation. Americans buy 50 billion bottled waters every year. Nanoplastics could go through your bloodstream, lungs, brain, and heart. Nanoplastics could cause inflammation in the gut, oxidative stress, and imbalance in cells and tissues. Man, what's your thoughts on this? Comment that right now. Here go some tips.
I pray underwater. Like, evil can't access you underwater, you know?
Oh, that's interesting.
A lot of people don't know.
Is that true?
Yeah. And
maybe that's why a child is an amniotic fluid, huh?
Yeah, like water's super powerful, like a living being. I'm sure that soon in the future they will confirm for us that water is a sentient being, and that, you know.
Man, that's gonna be, if they do that.
Well, that's why all throughout history there was always gods of water, just because it's such a powerful force.
Yeah.
You know? God.
Has just come out with drones that literally look like birds. These birds are supposed to be able to fly for over 72 hours without having to be charged. So hypothetically, they could literally fly to any country, spy on them, and then fly back to China. Now, these have existed before, but the difference now is that they literally have built tens of thousands of them. It's unclear when they're going to start using these, so make sure you're following and I'll let you know when they do.
Oh, is it making a tornado?
Boston Tweak City, you feel me? Shorty tweaking right now, real talk. I don't know what she doing, but she got a lot in her mind, bro. It's weighing her down, real talk. God damn.
But either she was doing the TikTok challenge or she really needed a break from the kiddos.
Percent of people have an itis, inflammatory. 50% of people have an osis, like fibrosis or sclerosis or whatever. I'm exaggerating, it's not really 50-50, but you tend to die from one or the other. Vitamin C deals with itises. If you've got an itis, arthritis, any type of itis, magnesium is for everything, but vitamin C for inflammation is one of the big ones. There are others, but vitamin C does so much. I mean, if magnesium is the ultimate mineral, vitamin C is the ultimate vitamin. Japanese women really don't get menopausal symptoms and very low breast cancer rates, and they eat masses of seaweed, masses of sea fish, which has masses of iodine in it. Everybody's low on iodine because they're drinking, bathing in chlorinated water. They've got furniture which is off-gassing bromine, which knocks out iodine. They're using fluoride toothpaste, or there's fluoride in the water, and that's knocking out their iodine. They're going swimming in a swimming pool with chlorine in it. That knocks out the iodine. So pretty much everybody, unless they're being scrupulous, are low on iodine. Messing with genetics changes things. We were discussing before we came on air that they messed with the genetics of wheat.
All right, let's do it again. I am breaking down The Matrix for you. No, not this movie, but the reality that we live in. But the movie did explain a lot that goes on in this world today. Think of this world as like a computer. There are systems that control and program us to be efficient in this world. These programs make the world go round. The laws, the systems, the everything, the jobs. In the movie The Matrix, they had these people who were called agents who cover up everything that happens that makes people wake up. So when people like me say The Matrix, we mean this people who sit around in a circle who control everything that happens around this planet. The Matrix is an understanding of being controlled. People who understand that the thoughts of people are not their own, but instead of the 6 corporations that actually run what you see. Money is not real. It's just the belief that you give it power over everything that you have to purchase in order to survive. Our food isn't even real anymore. Things we consume are killing us, literally. Time only exists because you care about it. Everybody is being distracted. Nobody is really paying attention to what's going on with the world. People who are blinded and don't see what's happening.
Da máquina pública. E ao mesmo tempo nós não vamos parar por aí. Já estão encomendados. Deixa eu pedir uma pastilha. Já estão encomendados estudos para eliminar. Chega, é muito. Já estão.
Can somebody get the man a cough drop or something? I mean, I don't know what he is, but he does need the audition for the Lizard of Oz.
Oh, hey. 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 Hey,อะไรครับเนี่ยเฮ้ยนี่ของแท้นะเนี่ยของจริงนะเนี่ยอ้าวเฮ้ยต้นไม่ถึงพื้นโดน2 โลตอนแรกแกไม่ลูกเต็มๆเลยดูฮะ
Y'all would not believe what they found in certain areas that were burnt in the LA fires. Could this be why the military and the FBI was deployed and was stopping people from going down certain areas? You cannot make this up. They tell us right in our faces, bruh. Y'all, look at this video. This is what they found underground.
With the hazmat, we have found a underground lithium battery storage plant for bicycle batteries that has posed a huge hazard in that area. We are working with the hazmat teams to keep that contained. So a lot of that is just very dangerous. As you just heard, the air quality in some of that area is still very, very high.
With that being said, look at this video of these people not being able to go to their homes.
This is amazing. Look at this. That's wild. When I say beautiful, this is beautiful. The all-seeing eye. This is some type of altar, people. Look at that. That's crazy. Roll the corn.
哎呦，我吓死我不敢来了，打死我都不来了。哎呦，吓死我了！哎呦。哎呦，吓死我了！哎呦，吓死我了，吓死我了！赶紧回家，回家下次不来了。哦，吓死我了！
I would not want to be attached to her on the buddy system. Her knees shaking too bad. If this is what you got to do to get to work, then at least put the phone down and concentrate.
You gotta keep it gangsta. You gotta keep it gangsta. You gotta keep it gangsta.
Last video saying that nothing's coming, nothing's gonna happen, I'm paranoid, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna tell you like this is where I'm working, okay? I'll read that. That's where I'm working right now. The man who owns that company, I'll say Shelon Tusk. You know, y'all know Shelon Tusk. Find the rhyme, the rhythm. He has us working 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week. I'm an electrician. I wire up all the machinery that they're using to build the trucks. I'm wiring up all the machinery that they are using to build these robots, okay?
Case control study where we got the DNA from people that we vetted that actually had psychic talent who said that they come from families who had this talent. And then we compared them against people who did not have any psychic talent against families that also didn't have any psychic talent to look for some kind of genetic difference between them. We assumed that we would find that the talented psychics were essentially mutants, X-Men, that they had some special genetic structure that was different. What we found instead is that it was the controls, the ones who didn't have any psychic ability, they were different.
This bird keeps attacking me every time I go to my car. Hey, get out of here. I'm watching you.
strike caught on camera.
I hit the lottery. Jamal won $30,000 on the Michigan lottery, bought himself a $20,000 necklace. You see, he's wearing it there. He's heard of people getting robbed for their jewelry.
Yeah, it's a thing. So I was just looking around, making sure nobody ain't trying to get my chain,
But they did get his chain. He walks out the store. The suspects were waiting.
They took off running and jumped in their car and took off down Warren.
I can do a lot with 30 grand. You know the saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't stop him from being iced out.
No.
This is a pumpkin swirl frozen coffee. Who the thought it was a good idea to put this on the menu? Because this drink has 185 grams of sugar in here. How much is it? It's this much. It's 46 teaspoons of sugar. To give you another perspective, the amount of sugar in there is equal to 14 glazed donuts. Plus, there's no pumpkin in here. It's artificial flavors. There's 12 mentions of sugar and high fructose corn syrup in here. There's 930 calories and 194 carbs. 2/3 of us are already type 2 diabetic or pre-diabetic. If America runs on this, we're
Is that for real? In my imagination. Let me see that.
Not your imagination.
What's the occasion?
Life.
Life? Have you just crawled out the grave? Where? Talk to me.
Have a nice day.
Are you haunting me or am I haunting you?
You're haunting me. See you later.
Joe.
105 years old, and she was absolutely amazing. There is Ramiro, confirmed 100-year-old. This guy looks like he's 70 years old, and he's jumping on a horse and lassoing cows and riding around. Easily the most vital centenarian I met on any continent over the past 20 years.
Purple sugarcane, and I found a crazy mushroom. What in the frick is that, and what planet is that from? I mean, it looks like venom attacked this mushroom. It's got black goo on it. That is one trippy looking mushroom. Definitely looks edible for sure. Does anyone know what mushroom that is?
Come on, man. You had one opportunity to use those prison shanks you attached to your boots and you missed it. Now she ain't gonna never trust you.
Something to this, or is it all just a coordinated distraction? Along with the video, News Nation also interviewed Jake Barber, a decorated U.S. Air Force veteran who was contracted by the DoD as a helicopter pilot for crash retrieval, and he reveals that some of his retrievals were definitely not of human origin. He admits that he was sent on helicopter retrievals of unknown objects that he would extract and transport with a long rope, missions that took place at night, and mentions on one particular extraction as he looked down at the object he was carrying through his night vision lens, he saw, and I quote, an egg. A white egg with no visible propulsion system, which is exactly what we see in both of the videos, confirmed by the one manning the helicopter. And bro looks shell-shocked revealing these claims, saying he felt possessed by some ethereal energy during this job, and that shortly after, he and his colleagues got really sick, lost all of his hair, and his skin started to peel. Even developed heart problems he's never had before, so Stanford immunologist Gary Nolan took a look at his health diagnostics, insisting he's never seen anything like what Barber and his team experienced, even suggesting the sickness may not be of earthly origin. Jake's claims are also backed up by testimonies from many other of his fellow veterans, like Don Paul, another decorated Special Forces operator who worked with Jake Barber and confirms everything he's saying. Now, along with the egg UAP, the original whistleblower thread reveals that a coffin-like stasis pod was also recovered from the cave in Antarctica, which he says he has pics of, and well, he delivered. According to him, this pod they found had a humanoid being inside that was kept alive without the use of cryogenics. They brought it up to a lab, and very quickly the being awoke from its stasis sleep pod and started interacting with the humans. It was very tall, around 8 feet, with blue eyes, pale skin, white long hair, and a very human-like face, while at the same time looking very non-human. This, in ufology, would be what we call the Nordic aliens, or the tall whites. It proved to be very intelligent, learning English and German in less than a week, and was able to speak directly to the scientists, and can also communicate with select humans telepathically, which you would hear as your voice in your own head, like giving yourself a monologue. The being explained to the team that he was born here 700 years ago, and that his people saved humans from a creator race who engineered us to serve them millions of years ago, which is pretty much exactly what the ancient Sumerian Anunnaki myth is about, which the alien said humanity passed that story down from that very real event.
I literally just went to get a f***ing pizza. There's a f***ing lash in my pizza, bro. What the?
Hey, I would never knock nobody's hustle, unless you're doing hair on your lunch break in the back of Little Caesars.
Okay, we're doing the CE5 contact tones, crop circle tones, and we got a light in the bushes. We're back. Sick show is so back. Okay, peeking. You seeing it through the bushes? Yeah. Just staying in the bushes, you got it? You want some in on that playboy? It sounds creepy. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Dude, this is what I'm telling you. Come on.
Can this dude hold his camera still, bro? You're just irritating me.
Are facts that'll blow your mind. A bolt of lightning can reach up to 53,000 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. Researchers found by flossing your teeth, you're actually helping to improve your memory. Jack Daniel, the inventor of Jack Daniel's whiskey, died from kicking a safe with his foot. This caused his toe to break, which ended up getting infected, which ultimately led to his death. And finally, Dwayne Johnson holds the world record for the most selfies taken in 3 minutes with 105.
So this morning I got stalked by a coyote. Keep your eye on the background, and then what happens in a few seconds.
Here's some coyote advice you never asked for from a man who's never had to deal with them. Anyway, y'all know hazing? No, not the college thing. No. Hazing is putting the fear of God in a wild animal to factory reset its behavior. Here's an example. Basically, you want to give him PTSD so he doesn't come close to anything human. Basically, your goal is to have him racially profiling anything on 2 legs. Jokes aside, coyotes are naturally afraid of us. It's when they lose that fear that the trench puppy becomes a problem. And nothing does that faster than when people feed one, even without realizing it. That goes for any animal. But if you bully them on sight, you help them relearn the price of effing around.
The lesson for today's class is wolves have feelings too, so never insult them, cyber or otherwise.
She's got a bony ass, and fat thighs, and bad skin.
Brandweer gekomen omdat er een duif of een meeuw hangt, maar aan een draadje of zo. Maar hij zweeft in de lucht. Hij leeft nog. Ja.
worse after watching this video. Even starting from the sock, having toe lice is diabolical. Insect colonies nibbling on your feet or growing from your feet has to be studied. And you know the little black gook that be under your toenails? Yeah, let's see what that looks like under the microscope. I always had a phobia of people putting their corns on me, no cap. But as he goes in a microscope, you start to see the toe butter. But one thing about the toe butter is it's moving. It's alive. Like moving and multiply. Is that a bug? So we have insects that live inside of the toe butter. And they be thinking I be over exaggerating when people be putting their corns on me and I be telling them I might boil them. Yep, so somebody put their corns on me, I just might crash.
Apparently, this week is all about whales, because this is part 47 of some of the most horrifying submechanophobia things I've ever seen. And this is another submerged whale. Joy! This little guy is at Europa Park, which is in Germany, and it's on a dark ride where you go through and it is poking its head up and going back down and poking its head up. I'm going to show you the video here in just a moment, but it's horrific, and it's a blue whale. It's obviously not life-size blue whale, but it is still terrifying. So you go by in this little boat, and as you can see, there it is under the water, half submerged, and it bobs up and down. Stop it! I need people that make whale submechanophobia to just stop. Please just stop. For me and all of my friends who also have this phobia, just stop.
I'm sorry, but if you bold enough to travel down this dark, steamy tunnel with them things, you deserve to fall in there with them.
I'm alive!
So I'm not entirely sure what is going on here. So the only real explanation is probably those drones everybody's seeing. Like, what else could have possibly made this happen? It's gotta be drones, right? Like, what could make a perfect circle in the ice and just sitting here spinning?
3 meals a day is keeping you stuck in your lower 3 energy centers, trapping your body in survival mode. It's important that we fast. When we fast, our body starts to eat itself and kill all the bad cells. If you have issues with your body, listen up. If you cut your finger, your body heals it and produces a scab. If we keep picking the scab, it will never heal. Your body's issue is not healing because it's fighting off the toxins that you place in it every single day. Instead of fighting the problem with your body, it's fighting off the poison you keep placing in it. If you avoid unnatural food, the body will then start to fight off the problem that's already in it. This is why fasting is important. Our digestion uses a lot of energy. Fasting allows the energy used for digestion to be redirected to fight off the problem. Human body is made with self-regenerating technology. It's the most advanced piece of technology on the earth. If you want to heal fast, cut out all the unnatural GMO foods and go on an alkaline diet. P.S. This is not health advice. This is what I do personally.
Winds, this is an outflow from storms to the north, and they're not here yet. They're actually north, 15 miles north, heading this way.
What in the ever-living fuck is that? I'm not even sure about that.
Whole thing, ain't no telling what kind of freaky stuff she's doing to that frog at night. But this does remind me of an episode of My Strange Addiction.
Hey, you got him!
Yeah, I guess I did.
Wow, good hands. She's not the one.
Japan is building a lift through which humans will be able to go to space. Japan is going to start the work on this lift by the year 2025. Scientists have told the length of this lift to be 90,000 kilometers, which, along with humans, will also carry their essential goods into space. This space lift will cost about $7 billion, as the world's strongest cable will be used for its construction, and it can easily lift a weight of 20 tons. What do you think about this lift? If you like such videos, then join the Space to Know.
What if I told you some celebrities don't age? They reset, like they figured out how to hit a hard rewind on their biological clock. You'll see them 1 year looking their age like everyone else. Wrinkles, thinning, tired eyes, and then they vanish for a little while. No new roles, no interviews, nothing. But when they return, they look like the younger version of themselves just walked out of a time machine. You think it's skincare? Maybe a little filler. Come on, the elites. Their skincare routine involves more than just serums and moisturizer. Let's talk theory number 1. There's been a long-running whisper about a certain rejuvenation practice, something involving youthful inner liquids. Not supplements, not stem cells. We're talking about something far more bioactive. And there's a rumor, wild but persistent, that whatever's inside those youthful inner liquids is connected to a popular web browser. Coincidence? Theory 2. Some people believe it's not even the same person, that once a celebrity has expired, gotten too old, too tired, too worn, they just get replaced.
Like, this is the annoying thing about that Amazon tariff thing, right? Is that they're going, hey, things are more expensive because of these tariffs, so we're going to show this tariff price so you don't think it's us. Okay. Well, you never posted like the cost of making the good for you and then what you charge.
No, that's that. Now you're talking now.
Because
they're not going to tell you that it costs $3 to make in China.
Exactly. So it's like, and that's why on some level I get the Trump administration be like, nah, don't do that. You were making this, you were charging 300% more for this item, and now that they're the tariffs, you want to blame it on us? You guys were gouging like a before. Stop using this as an excuse.
It's not that Amazon was gouging. It's just that these corporations here in America are gouging. You go to these other countries, you get shit made for $2, $3, and come over here and sell it to us for $100.
They did that with the bags. Remember when China came out, the beginning of the tariffs, where all these luxury goods, right? Where they told us that they were hand sewn and inside, mom and pop factories in France. And then China was like, no, they're sewn by machines over here in China. And then we're sending them around. Yeah. You're just charging $5,000 for a bag.
The Balenciagas, the Chanels, the Stuckies.
Well, these tariffs are going to either make us or break us. But at least by the end of it, every country will know at least one American song.
Oh, say, can you see? Oh, say, can you see?
I'm going to go ahead and say this is just a joke for entertainment purposes.
A la verga, cayó un ovni, plebe, cayó un ovni. A la verga, ¿dónde está? Allá arriba, güey. Un platillo volador. Un platillo volador, cadera. Ahí va Sebastián a verlo. Allá va. Va por acá, güey. Dale, pues se cayó un ovni, plebe. Guacha esa madre. A la verga, a la verga. Un platillo volador. Guacha esa madre, un platillo volador, plebe. Nunca he visto un platillo volador tan sequita. Pónganlo ustedes, guacha. Y nos andamos alucinando, ¿Qué es eso, tío? Un platillo volador. ¡Tío volador, tú! A la verga esa madre, qué pedo, güey. Allá vaya, güey, guacha. Algo trae esa madre, guacha, esa madre, güey, qué pedo. Agárralo, güey. Nunca he visto un hombre tan cerquita a la verga, plebuta. No mames, esa madre está otro.
Something ain't right. I ain't never seen a Mexican give up that easy. That UFO must have been doing supply drops.
Religious. Are you religious? Do you believe in something? Anything?
Yeah, believe in me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you don't believe in anything else? In God, or as in, like, is there something like that?
Well, you can separate God from religion, which is what I do. I believe in God. I believe in me. Same person.
Very interesting take on the subject. But don't be surprised if you come back with something a little more humbling.
Do you know who I am? That's right. I'm Morgan Freeman.
Take it off. Put it somewhere else.
What?
And then put that. Not so fast. Ready? Here, the plug is my finger.
Yes.
It starts to open.
Yes.
What's this? It's on my pinky. One more time, sorry.
Wait. What?
A slow motion, not so big, bro.
Slow motion? Where?
We're gonna switch my finger.
No way!
Yeah, this one more time, right?
One more time? No! Where? What?
Switch.
Oh, what?
Switch. Not yet.
What? You just went on my finger?
Oh, no, it's a real crazy, yeah? Okay. Make sure real white.
Oh!
I'm gonna swirl it back.
Oh, no!
No, I'm crazy.
No.
Put on tip of my thumb.
What? No, wait. Can I feel if it's real? Let me feel if it's real.
Yeah.
Can I feel if it's real?
Yeah, real.
Yeah, it's real.
Don't think. Right here, watch.
Oh!
What?
Have you had COVID? No. Lucky man. Not lucky man. T-cell man. I have a T-cell in my body that protects me from the nucleic capsid. Where do I get one? That trial was held up by the FDA and by Collins and Fauci. You never got COVID because your protector cells were so strong? Not only a protector cells. If I do get COVID, the virus clears. You want to clear the virus. Get the hell out of my body.
And God ain't pleased. Why ain't nobody told me they had lace front toes? I would have bought some a long time ago. Me and Shaq. They got toe leggings. You can get that. I ain't mad at it. Tell me where to buy them from. Get a whole new toe edges.
I'm not surprised at all. It's a pretty nifty invention, but make sure you don't take it off until you say I do.
Oh!
down, down, up and up, shine.
Narrators by Skechers, the shoes that can breathe.
We actually share something in common.
We were both designed to eat raw meat.
No, that's not. Dude, no way, stop. What? No.
I'm addicted to eating raw meat. It's borderline euphoric. It can feel like very primal. After I eat it, I get this urge to just kind of like howl like a wolf, you know, just like, you know. My fridge is like a horror movie.
Beef spleen?
The real game changer is when people find out that I'm eating raw chicken.
Yeah,
This
no
here
way,
just looks
stop.
like a very healthy animal.
No, don't do it.
Smells
Please don't do
clean
it.
and pure.
Please don't do it. Please don't do it.
Almost no scent coming off of it.
Please don't do it, man.
That's a sign of a very healthy piece of meat there.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
In 4 years, I've eaten about 100 raw chickens, and I've never been sick once. In fact, I've never met any other raw meat eaters in 4 years that I've ever gotten sick from raw chicken.
I need like a therapist after that shit, dude.
Average apple in a grocery store is over a year old.
Are you kidding me?
No, over a year old. We can make something look ripe. We could pick it green in Argentina or even locally, and then throw a gas called ethylene oxide on it, and it'll look like it's ripe. There is no mold, there is no fungus, there are no bacteria. They are perfect. Now, if a mold or bacteria isn't interested in eating those things, why in the world would we?
I've seen this video. This dude is a real life Aquaman. Like, this is Aquaman in the flesh. This is who the movie Aquaman was about. I'm about to roll the clip. He jumps in the water. Look at this. This is insane. Bro literally has to start running to keep up with this dude who never came up for air across that entire lake. Yeah, talk your shit, bro. Because what? What? How is that even possible? How did he do that? Like, either this dude is really Aquaman or he's just a mermaid. Because how?
He swam like it was a turkey dinner waiting for him on the other side. I would be impressed, but he chose the most non-athletic swimmer he could possibly find.
Not gonna give up yet. If fish can live underwater, then so can I.
In an effort to prove that these shadow figures are real, we've been having this all day today, or I've been here. We've got shadow figures peeking around this door today, and we can see them on the front screen of the camera. Yeah. So what we decided to do, in an effort to prove that, in an effort to prove that these are real, I've made Kaylee sit. Thanks. Sit really close, and she's going to grab the camera as soon as we see one. And I'm pretty sure the screen's pretty hard to see from here, to be fair, but we've tried to push it back to get the best view. And she's going to grab the camera.
All I'm saying is, if this happened to me, I'm not staying around board.
Yeah, you'd hear somebody running up the stairs. There's no other rooms to go in. So, you know what I mean? That's what we're doing. So, get ready, guys. I'm pretty sure.
This is crazy because
don't cover the screen because people say you've cut the video. Yeah.
You got jobs in your house.
Just try and grab
making videos and laughing. Everything. It's two of them. Nah, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Where'd they go?
There's nowhere to show.
No, there's nowhere to show.
Where'd they go?
This is flat against the wood.
Welcome back to the Lookout series. Sir and ma'am. You know what? I probably would have recorded as well, just because people wouldn't believe me. But no pop, not
Y'all running after ghosts, demons, shadows. All we know, that could be Shikamaru. All we know. If y'all don't know who Shikamaru is, I don't know what to tell you. But it's just real concerning to me how calm y'all are. Like when y'all sleep at night, they don't tickle y'all feet. When you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, you don't see the fridge open. Because obviously they live in your house rent free. So they're using your stuff. This is crazy. This is crazy.
You might as well make a toilet list and add them to it. And throw in a bill or two since they like to watch TV so much.
Check that out. What is that? Whew, I didn't know they made them like that. I don't even understand what I'm seeing. I would love to see what's under there.
I want to talk about Project Sunstreak because I thought it was fake until I went on the CIA.gov and found it, and I was like, what am I looking at? On December 5th, 1988, this one man was to find the Ark of the Covenant, and what he saw was bone chilling. And I have the document right here, directly from .gov. This is what he said about the Ark of the Covenant. Target is in a container and is decorated with seraphims. Target is located somewhere in the Middle East, as the language spoken by individuals seem to be Arabic. The target is hidden underground. It has something to do with ceremony, memory, and the resurrection.
What?
There is an aspect of spirituality, lessons, and historical knowledge far beyond what we know. The target is protected by entities.
What?
This container cannot be opened until the time is deemed correct. Individuals opening the container by prying or striking are destroyed by the container's protectors through the use of a power unknown to us. That is a CIA document.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard, dude. Entities?
It's protected by entities.
You're saying that this person acquired this knowledge through using one of those, like basically like beaming of a visual?
Psychoenergetics is what it's called. Remote viewing, the ability to describe remote areas, ability to influence physical or biological systems via undefined physical mechanism.
Please stop eating chicken. You know that shit GMO? That shit give you cancer. They inject the chicken to make it grow. Did you know they color chicken so it can look more appealing? They torture chicken before they kill them. That's why you sad. So please stop eating. You eating low frequency and you eating bad energy. You really eating poison. Yeah, it's good, but please do not be weak. Salmonella poison, and I bet you get it every week. Please stay away from chicken. Go and eat some other meat. Did you know your brain gotta eat what you put in your stomach? So if you eat chicken, ain't nothing but chicken brain cells coming. That's why people on this earth really be some chicken heads. I bet you dream about chickens every time you go to bed. Send this video to someone that just like eating chicken. Let them know it's other meat on earth, so please pick something different. Chicken don't even have all the minerals you need. Go and eat some fruits and veggies so you get fat in your knees.
Where we at?
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods in New Jersey. And this thing is saying pay with your palm. Are you kidding me? The end is near, friends. Better call on Jesus now.
Yo, my boy's a real hustler. He's not playing with you people who lazy as hell. He driving for Uber Eats, Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Instacart. He driving for anything you ever heard of. He ain't make a complaint once. He said by any means necessary. Y'all need to follow.
Well, so you might want to keep both hands on the wheel, because all it takes is one accident to have you rethinking your whole life.
Glitch in the Matrix live. I'm moving closer to my front window where the sunlight would supposedly come in. But there's no sunlight coming in and hitting that light, right? So I'm holding my phone. I'm just gonna walk closer and closer. And as we walk closer, look at the reflection. Damn it, I had the phone plugged in. Look at the reflection. The lights are on. Lights are not on, and there's no sunlight coming in to hit that, and it'd have to be coming in pretty damn strong to show the light bulbs on. Because it may not show it on the camera, but when I'm looking at it, I can see the light bulb on, but it's not. And if it was producing that from the sunlight, then where's the reflection on the ceiling? The light's not on. I'm gonna walk forward. I'm gonna try to keep it in view. Keep it in view. Keep it in view. Hang on. See it? You can still see it. Still see it. Lights are off. You can still see it. I'm like crouched down to show you. That's a glitch in the matrix, my friends.
Gives you a wild look at how the placebo effect actually works. You place your hand inside and start controlling a set of robotic fingers on the far end. But here's the catch. It's built to mess with your mind. If you look closely, the person above is holding a massive blade, and out of nowhere, he drops it straight onto your hand. But nothing happens. Your real hand is totally fine. Still, your brain reacts like it's in real danger. That fear, despite knowing you're safe, is exactly how the placebo effect can play tricks on you.
Okay, this is freaking me out. It is. And a lot of things about the church freak me out. But this is really scary looking to me. This is just my opinion. But it's weird. It just seems weird. Like they're glowing staffs and the hoods. Like, what is going on? It's weird. That's me. I know it's tradition, but it's freaking me out. It's scary.
Okay, guys, walking outside to take the trash out would blow your mind if you saw this. Why is there a giant just walking around in the middle of the night? Why is he there? He, she. Do you see it? I know I ain't tripping. But what would you do? You walk outside to take your trash out and you see this just, roaming around late at night. What you think? Let me know.
Well, if you live next door to the Brooklyn Public Library, you never know what you may see when you walk out the house. Looks like you may have stumbled upon the Rock Nation tree lighting ceremony.
I'd like to thank my beautiful husband.
Apparently they found city lights on another planet. I don't know what's faker, this or Kim Kardashian's tits. Look, man, I'm all for, oh, we discovered this and that. But come on. Come on. Be serious. There is no way that we saw city lights on another planet. Come on, brother. This sounds like something out of a movie. And I'm not like knocking the discovery of more, things in the universe. I'm all for that. But like, at least try to make it sound real. City lights? City lights? City lights? So you're making the claim that this planet has cities and that these are city lights, not just light. It's city lights. Shut the look, I know I make videos about space all the time, but I swear I hate seeing space videos on my For You page.
I'm finna give you 8 facts about the T-Rex that proved he had to go. He was like King Von and nature had to get him up out of here. It had padded feet, so it did not matter how big it was. If it was hunting you, it was silent. They had better eyesight than eagles, and y'all know eagles can see for miles. It was the largest land carnivore ever. That means it was eating meats, bro. Had an extremely high IQ. I heard some people say it was like as smart as a bamboo, and I heard someone say he has an IQ of 140. That's more than me. There's a high chance they hunted in groups, so just imagine like 10 of these just trying to hunt you down, bro. They had such a good scent. It was like 100 bloodhounds, so you was not escaping him. He could smell you for miles. They had the strongest bite force of any animal alive, bro. That is crazy. They could run up to 37 miles per hour, and that does not seem that fast, but all that means is it's going to catch you every time. And I'm going to give you an extra 2 more. 1, they were most likely cannibals and were eating each other, and 2, a new study showed that T-Rexes are probably 70% bigger than we think.
Yeah, let me see that money. Let me see. Brother, please, man. It's good. It gets dirty from the work I do in my pocket, dude. It gets oily. It gets dirty. There's 11 here. I'll give it to you for 10, dude, just so I can get this. Hey.
Well, who did he used to work for? DB Cooper? They might want to trade those old notes in for Bitcoin, because I guess old money, more problems.
Money's the one thing I don't have.
You get paid every week, don't you? So what do you spend your money on?
Run it up. She liked me better when I was coming up.
Oh, you already know we gotta talk about this. Giant megastructures found beneath the pyramids of Giza. You heard that right. Long lost civilization kinda confirmed. I really wonder if debunkers ever get tired of being wrong. Let's summarize everything about this find so far. I waited long enough before talking about it so enough info could come out and we could find out what's really going on. On March 16th, 2025, a conference was held in Italy discussing some new findings about the pyramids of Giza using a revolutionary non-invasive scanning technology called synthetic aperture radar Doppler tomography. Yeah, try saying that 5 times fast. Or SAR for short. It's sort of like an X-ray radar type scanner that uses sound waves to penetrate the surface and see what's beneath it. And they found something beneath the middle pyramid of Khafre at the Giza Plateau, which initiated the Khafre project. The new scans show massive cylindrical structures that extend from the bottom of the pyramids way deep down into the bedrock below the surface. Pillars that appear to have some sort of wrapping coils or maybe pathways around them and go 648 meters underground. That's taller than the CN Tower, the Empire State Building, double the height of the Eiffel Tower, not to mention over 4 times the height of the pyramid itself. This is how it would look like to scale. At the very bottom of these pillars are 2 huge 80 by 80 meter cubes, which are said to go down even further, reaching up to 2 kilometers beneath the surface. 2 kilometers. That's 1.25 miles down for all you Americans. The scans show there to be at least 8 of these cylindrical wells arranged in 2 rows, and just completely blows our understanding of dynastic Egyptians out of the water. The crazy conspiracy nuts may have been right this entire time. Now, what's really special about these synthetic aperture radar scans that led to this discovery is that they can be taken from a satellite. Unlike traditional ground-penetrating radar, which also shows us X-ray-like scans of what's beneath the surface, which requires the equipment to be used on the ground, and would hence also need special permission to be used in these ancient sites of interest. And we know ancient sites like Giza are very heavily guarded by certain gatekeepers. These can be taken from satellites in orbit, or even drones in the sky, meaning they have free range to scan virtually anywhere in the world, and don't require permission from the authorities of those ancient sites to investigate them, potentially ushering in a new era of independent researchers of those ancient sites that would have otherwise not been allowed to do so. We do have LiDAR drones which can take scans of the surface from the air, but those can't penetrate to see what's underground. This SAR technology was previously mainly used on volcanoes and other natural geological formations, but these guys right here, Filippo Biondi and Corrado Malanga, have brought it into the archaeological world, which they use not only to see what's under the Giza Plateau, but create 3D models of the pyramids as well, revealing 5 more previously unheard of chambers along the base of the Pyramid of Khafre, each with 5 horizontal levels and a sloping roof. The same structure as the main King's Chamber in the Great Pyramid, 5 more of which were now found in another pyramid. These 5 chambers appear to be connected by intricate pathways right above the 8 vertical pillars, and is why
Well, it is good to know that even though killer whales are dangerous, they're very intelligent creatures with a very cool sense of humor. I guess he was being very generous because he could have threw himself out instead.
If I can just get a quick signature, please. Appreciate the. First name again? Just your first name. Thank you. Have a nice day. Does he live here? No, I don't know who he is. Okay. Did you have something being delivered? Yes.
So you just gonna let him get away? You ain't gonna call the police and run after him or nothing? And from the lack of surprise in his voice, I get the feeling this has happened many times before.
You can't keep getting away with it! You can't keep getting away with it!
People say they're not real, they don't exist, but I'll prove you wrong. Look at this. Let's see if I can get a good view. Just gotta look closely. Okay, so if we look towards the back there, in the bank. Yep, see it there.
So a very cool little fairy village right here. All kinds of little entrances. You can see there's another one there.
God, look at these big ass mosquitoes there. God, what the
couple splurged on a 5-star resort for their baby moon, but there was something really strange about the place.
This was kind of creepy, but we had this whole entire resort to ourselves. At first, it started as a joke because I started recording on our first day and not seeing anybody but employees. But you can see as the days progress, it starts to freak us out.
Everywhere Cameron and Carly went at the Gran Velas Resort in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, it was just the two of them.
Things started getting a little creepier as we realized the activities were also by ourselves. So this is our room door. Echo! How is this place paying for all these lights? How are these fire pits being lit all day, all night for us? Who is paying for all this?
Instead of being bothered by the situation, Cameron and Carly, who live in Utah, leaned into it.
This entire kingdom just for us.
No, de veras ya me va a dar mucho asco.
No, o sea, no lo voy a comprar en serio.
Esos paquetes ahí igualitos. Dije, yo creo que se está echando a perder, o sea, por el color.
Es que se le empezó a mover.
Mira, ya estiró los piecillos, las patillas. Ya cerró los ojos.
Ya ves, está parpadeando. Mire. Bueno, y luego acá dice.
Lo hice, está ya lista para comer.
No, de veras ya me va a dar mucho asco.
No, o sea, no lo voy a comprar en serio.
Esos paquetes ahí.
Well, don't just stand there and watch him suffocate. Let him out. Hey, it's a win-win. You get 50% off, and he gets out of the body bag.
In case you're wondering what I'm gonna eat with the mushrooms, I'm finna show you a little spinach.
Baby spinach though, not the grown-ups, the children.
Gonna use a little brown onion, but although it looks more yellow. Fresh lemon juice, fresh garlic, and red pepper. A little bit of grapeseed oil, and nori fakaki as our seasoning. Oh God, we thank you. Amen.
Chronovisor was invented by Father Pellegrino Ernetti in the 1950s, an Italian priest who claimed that the device allowed him to see and hear events from the past. Ernetti collaborated with a team of scientists and technicians to build the Chronovisor, which allegedly used a complex system of antennas and cathode ray tubes to capture and display historical events. There are claims that it was used to witness the crucifixion of Jesus Christ and the last words of Napoleon Bonaparte. Ernetti's own conflicting accounts of the device's capabilities have cast doubt on its existence. Despite the mystery and skepticism surrounding the Chronovisor, its story remains an intriguing part of scientific and technological history. Do you believe the Vatican might be hiding this secret in the shadows?
Look at this. Look at him spraying. Look at that. Look at that. He is spraying the sky again. Bro, this is crazy, man. Look at this guy. They're spraying the skies. Look, he just sprayed that. This guy. This guy just sprayed that.
Okay, legit, I had to like pull over and like, right? There's a bunch of like those weird looking Tesla. I'm gonna zoom in just so. But the video that I heard was, it was like this girl who was saying like, have you seen any of like the lights flickering or anything like that? And then there was a guy in Jersey who was like, yeah, my apartment car. And listen, I'll let the window down so you can hear. Because when I first, I had like my radio on. There's no sound. Hold on, I'll even turn my car off. No sounds. Just cars going off.
Looks like he paid attention in class and followed the rules of a quick getaway. Move quickly, be discreet, and choose a clear exit path.
Enemy spotted. His name is John C.
There ain't nobody else out here at this park but me and my son. So brought him out here to play. I'm over there on the swing, and I look over here. What the? Y'all. I think it's time for Prince. Come on, baby. We're about to go.
video is insane. My partner just sent it to me. He's in the mountains outside of Bogota in Colombia, and he was thinking of the ETs in the mountains over there. There's a lot of ET activity in the hills, and he literally just looked over and saw that floating tree. I'm not even kidding. Here's some pictures of it. Let me know what you guys think. I think they were saying hi.
If it wasn't filmed, no one would believe it. I've never seen any tree in traffic, but looks like this one took the wrong route. Get it? Route? Trees have it. Never mind.
So you want to talk about, you've been putting at this the whole time. We started with some alien stuff. We got that into the demonic realm. I think it's really good we covered that. I think that's all, it's all interrelated. So you're doing fine. But you look at some of the alien stuff through the lens of things you've hinted at today, including like the guys like Aleister Crowley. Am I right about that?
Absolutely.
Can you explain that, please?
Yes. So regardless of what faith you are, we all believe in the demonic realm. We believe the devil's real. That's whether you're a Jew, Christian, or Muslim. We have the same bad guy, okay? I explained earlier that that species lived on Earth long before humanity. I explained that they have powers that we don't have, okay? They have certain abilities that we do not have. And we learn most about this from the prophet Solomon, who's also in all three faiths. This is why the Masons, the Illuminated ones, they're always doing rituals with the two pillars which represent the Solomon's temple. Solomon was a prophet that God gave the power over this dimension and the unseen dimension. We know in science that there's more than one dimension. This is what they say now, all of them say it. There's more than one dimension. My question is, do you not think there might be something living in that dimension? This is where the dangers of technology like CERN, we don't fully understand. I think they may be opening wormholes to parallel dimensions where that demonic realm may be able to come into our realm with their powers. The power to shapeshift, the power to travel faster than the blink of an eye and bring you back objects. We know this from Solomon. They helped Solomon construct his temple. He used to command the demonic realm, okay, to jump into the deepest parts of the ocean and bring out pearls the size of, tennis balls. He decorated his temple with these jewels. We know that when he summoned the Queen of Sheba, which is present-day Ethiopia, she had a massive throne. This is in the Quran. You can also pull it up. And he told the jinn, the demonic realm, to bring back this massive throne before she...
What is that in my window? Seriously. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. That's a purse. What is this? I'm freaking out right now. Oh my God, nope.
No, sir. I do not want no Girl Scout cookies or solar panels installed on my roof, okay? Wait, how much you say I can save on my electric bill?
So yeah, there's no way I'm in my realm. There's no way. Look what my flag's doing. That's my flag. That's just one thing. I mean, I'm seeing all kinds of crazy. Does that look like a normal flag to you? It looks like a bean. Whoa, I'm seeing some crazy right now. Whoa. I don't think it wants us to see. Whoa. Whoa. No.
A lot of the elites had their summer homes in Jekyll Island, including the Rockefellers, Vanderbilts, the Morgans.
This reminds me, if I can, talk about the place we got married.
Yeah.
It's like a hidden gem, the place that we got married, the venue called the Sidoni Mansion. It was built at the turn of the century by a dude who was buddies with all of those guys you just mentioned. And he went on a hunting trip. He was hunting on this land that he ultimately ended up purchasing and building the Sidoni Mansion, which was originally a hunting lodge, but then just turned into their Christmas home. What's so strange about it is that they had this huge wealth, and he also had 5 children, which at the turn of the century, they say if you had that kind of money and that many children at the turn of the century, you would have like hundreds of descendants today. But they have 3 living relatives. All the wealth is mysteriously gone. Every single family member, apart from one daughter, died in that house.
And they only went there for Christmas.
They were only there for Christmas.
There's something hidden there. That's scary.
I don't like that.
It makes you think, because it's like...
This is why the Jews wear the little black square on their forehead. That's a symbol for the planet Saturn. Incidentally, the Star of David is, of course, a hexagram. And on the planet Saturn, on the North Pole, is a hexagram. A lot of people don't know that. Go on the web and just look for Saturn's hex, or the hex on Saturn, and you will see a large hexagram, far, far bigger than the Earth could ever be. A large hexagram on the North Pole of Saturn. Fascinating symbolism right in front of you. We've known for many years that this hexagram was on Saturn. Hexagrams we call today the Star of David. No, the Star of David is a hexagram, and the hexagrams always represented in the ancient world the planet Saturn. So this is why the Jews still worship Saturn on Shabbat or Sabbath. The earth today is run by religion, politics, and money. It's all one.
Okay, look, just because you didn't get a call back the next day does not give you the right to show up to a man's window. You should always wait at least 24 hours so you can install bars on it first.
Do it, slow it down, get crazy in the club. Get crazy in the club. Slow it down, cause he like the way I do it. Good brain, got it feeling stupid. Bad, all white, what's new?
Alright, those were unexplainable TikToks that made my brain itch. If your thoughts are jumbo like mine, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Comment on your favorite clips and join the Space Crew, cause we rockin'.